Hello. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. And this one. Hello. How you doing? Some guy, Joe Mega. Welcome, welcome. All right. I should probably keep my hair up, honestly, because it's already a little warm in here. I'll probably put it up in a bit. I already have my fan going. I should have had my window open, but I don't like to have that open during stream. I tried to say something first. That was Epic, wasn't it? How you doing, Epic? Welcome. Welcome. You were close, though. You were close. Right. So, I plan on actually getting crap done today. And I have an idea of how to go about it. Ivan, how you doing? So last time we were working on this, we got image to CHR mostly working. Today, I want to do the other direction, CHR to image. And I have a few ideas of how I'm going to accomplish that. So, packing day? Oh boy. I don't like packing. Packing is always a pain in the ass. Good luck, though. Good luck with that move. All right, so. So, reading a CHR, or the CHR data, right? I have to figure out a way to accommodate all the different types of CHR data. I figure direct color, probably, actually, hang on. Direct color, what, that has to have some CHR data in it, right? Actually, I don't want that wiki, I want the other one. SNES wiki. Hopefully I'm going to stay on track. Hopefully. We'll see how that actually plays out, but, you know. We'll see. Palettes? Direct color. Same data format as 8-bit, but instead of using the result as a palette index, the bits are corresponding to RGB values. Okay, so it does still use it does still use the planes, but it a little differently. Tested the summer cart worked like a charm. Nice. How was my work week? Not that eventful, actually. I got most of what I was working on done last week. Summer, how you doing? So this week I didn't get a lot done, honestly. I just didn't. So still largely went, not tonight. But yeah, so we're gonna mostly ignore 8-bit. And Faust, how you doing? But one thing that all of the formats have in common is they're all split up into bit planes, right? So I figure I'll make a data format that's basically a reader that will read one plane at a time. I mean, not a data format, like an object or a class that'll do it for me. And then the calling context will figure out, like, how many it needs to read. Or I can go, hey, read a tile, interpret it as this bit depth. Or read all the tiles as this bit depth. Now, today? No, not today. Absolutely not. Okay, so. Image. Oblivion Stealth Archer. I'm probably gonna pick that up eventually. I haven't looked at it yet, but the fact that they just fucking dropped Oblivion remastered just out of nowhere, just, oh, by the way, let's sure.go. Yeah, why not? There was a clip I saw of Zentreya watching the release trailer, essentially, And she freaks out when he goes, and it releases, looks at a watch, today, and she like runs around her room. She almost apparently canceled her like collab she had that day, just to fucking play Oblivion. It's a Frankenstein where Unreal 5 is the visuals, but Creation Kit and / Gamebryo is still driving the entire game in the background. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do a. I might need IO in there. I probably need IO in there. Okay, so type raw chur struct. No way. So for these, I think I'm just gonna do our io.read seeker. So I can have like a discard kind of thing, right? Func open raw chur io.read seeker and not open. It's just going to be new. That's just going to return raw chur. If I can capitalize things correctly. Oh my god. Return. R is R. Actually, I don't even need that in the line. Basically, facelift of Oblivion, but it's still the same game. They just added sprinting. Ooh. A couple quality of life things, like leveling skills being more like Skyrim. I use it to level. Oh, is that how that worked in Oblivion? I have, like, OG Oblivion. I just haven't really played it. I think I got out of, like, the tutorial area in Oblivion. And maybe to the first town. Or the first settlement of sorts. And I don't think I got much further than that. Alright. So, what do I want? Raw. Sure. Read tile. And image, no, it's image colors, depth, bit, depth. Okay, that's gonna give me a tile back and an error, because if I don't have enough for that bit depth, it'll throw an error. I guess we achieve the buy Skyrim in the next. And next list is buy Oblivion. All right. I guess. I don't know. Epic, how you doing? Welcome. Alexander, how you doing? Decided to learn assembly. Ooh. But that in the future, I still have a lot of things to learn, like Java. You can learn assembly without Java, but but you do you. Hexa, how you doing? Welcome. Okay, so I won't read tile. I want read all tiles. So that's going to do one of those. Func. Grab that. Let's do a discard tile. That'll return an error if it has one. And seek. What is the signature for that? IO. Read seeker. Where is that? There it is. Seeker. Offset and whence. Okay. Put it over there. So, offset int 64 and whence int. Did I spell that right? Yeah. That's going to give me an int 64 and an error at the end of that. And this is just going to defer to the underlying read seeker. Raw.offset r dot seek. Yoink, paste, get rid of that. Okay. Living going vroom, even on Steam. So on Game Pass, already peaked at 190. Wow. How's it going here? So far, so good. So far, so good. Want you to Tetris slice and get some experience? Yeah, sure. Are you learning the 6502 assembly or some other flavor? Currently the third most played game on Steam, just after CS2 and Dota 2. Wow. Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. What text editor am I using? This is Vim. Vim inside of Tmux. No. That's, well, okay. Was it version? I mean, technically that's the version. I was looking for the little intro screen thing without restarting a new one. Yeah, Vim. Just bought an original C502 along with a bunch of registers just so I can build my own, because I guess I ball like that. Nice. Let me know how that goes. I have a 65 CO2 somewhere. So are you building like a hobby computer, or are you like going the route of what's it? Using like an open source NES motherboard and rebuilding an S or something. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I need a reader. Well, reader. So it's not gonna be read seeker. I'm not gonna have read in there. I don't think. I mean, I could, because it'd be another pass-through. Read p byte int error, and that's just going to do another one of these. Read p. Read seeker, why not? The most insane thing is they announced on a Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, and on YouTube and Steam combined, 800,000 people watched. Breadboards, okay. That's another sure what good design on a PCB. Good luck. Good luck. Let me know how that goes. Okay, so. So read all tiles is probably just going to call read tile over and over again, right? Until it hits end of file. So why don't we just do for tiles equals tile like that, and then infinite loop of t error equals raw dot read tile depth. If error is not nil, if error errors dot is error io dot eof break. Yeah, break. Errors. I'll learn 65 too because of the NES and the SNES. We want to play with those old consoles for some reason. It's 6502 is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I do plan on going to the SNES eventually. That's kind of why I'm doing some tooling work. That one looks the assembly there looks very interesting. Bridgewater, how you doing? Good evening. Welcome. Ordered a single 64K RAM chip, got 5. That's probably a good thing. You probably want backups. All right, so this, if it's not nil, we're going to return what we have and the error. Okay. Otherwise, tiles equals append tiles t. Return tiles nil. Okay. And discard tile. That I just need the bit depth I need the number of planes right here times 8. And then I'll just discard that many bytes, essentially. Is there a discard interface here? Discard. No. Okay. Is it Buff.io that has discard on it? Reader discard. Okay. So with that, I can just use seek, right? Read seeker offset whence. Seek sets the offset for the next read or write to offset. Interpreted according to whence. Seek start means relative to the start. Oh. Nice. I can just use those. Okay. So we're going to get a plain count. Error is going to be depth dot plain count. If error is not nil, return the error. Ready? How you doing? I've learned the hexadecimal numerical system, which is not hard, but it wasn't born with with height. With height? High end brain. It's fine. Someone to disappoint that isn't a drunken gaming. I'm sorry, I didn't stop off at the liquor store before, and I've been thinking about how to actually accomplish this for the past week on, like, in the code. Okay, give me a break. Also ordered 4K RAM chip for my homebrew CPU. I'm gonna rock 64K because why not? There you go. There you go. Thank you for the file. Appreciate that. Construction app. Legal for mobile. But nothing. Huh? What? You want to make an app for legal contracts, but you don't want to code anything? That sounds like a recipe for disaster. But all right, you do you, I guess. All right, and then we're gonna take. No, we're just actually, so read seeker, I can just raw.r.seek offset. That's going to be plain count times 8, because each plane is 8 bytes. Whence is going to be io.seek current? Seek current. Now returns in 64 an error. I don't care about the number, and error is going to be that. Return the error. Don't even check for it, just return it. Oh, excuse me. Just open a bottle of Soonhari strawberry soju. Ooh. Strawberry soju is pretty good. I'm not sure I've seen the. Actually, I may have seen that brand. Soonhari is the brand, right? Yeah. I.e. security problem generation. Yeah. No. That's what that is. All right. So, reading a tile. Given the bit depth. So we're going to need another one of these. Like that. Put that there. So that's the number of times we need to read. Planes, byte, like that. For I is 0, I is less than plain count. I plus plus. So we need to read it that many times. B buff equals make byte. Oh, this is going to be like that. Make byte 8. And then error equals raw.r.read buff. If error is not nil, if errors Jarv, how you doing? Jarvs? Can I just call you Jarv? How you doing? Welcome. The brand, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen that one. Is error.io.eof. It's end of file. I'm going to return an error. Nil format.errorf eof before end of tile. Otherwise, return nil error, just the raw error. Might be similar to make use of one large buffer, read it into once, and then subslice it. I mean, I could, I suppose. Is there an error for that? Unexpected. Is that in here? Variables? Oh! There we go. Okay. Unexpected EOF. Yeah, let's return that then. IO dot error unexpected EOF. Yeah, let's just use that. Okay. Otherwise, planes equals. I'm gonna do it this way for now, and then we can maybe rework it later. Planes buff. Okay. Then, basically for each bit in that, I need to do the reverse. Where do I have that? I've got it somewhere, don't I? Oh, it's in tile. Whoop, whoop. Tile. Oh, shit, right here. I just need to do T error equals new tile from planes. Fucking beautiful. I don't think I've tested that yet, but you know. Planes. If error is not nil, return error. No. Return that. Just return it. Oh, fuck. God damn it. God damn it. I didn't fucking implement it. I didn't implement it. They may want to check whether you have read anything yet and or have read enough already, since we can return both. Ooh. That's true. Actually, you know what? I think I will. No, I can't. Because this one, this here, I can't return like a partial tile. You're right. Yeah. Damn you, past self. If you don't read anything yet, then regular EOF may be more appropriate. There not being any tile available. And I'm tempted to like nest some shit. If let's yoink paste. Else. If that and I equals 0. Well, no, because that's still unexpected because I gave it a bit depth, right? And I'm only reading one tile. So if I immediately get an EOF, that's unexpected. No. No, it's not, actually. Hang on, because I'm calling this until I hit an EOF. And I equals 0. Break. That should work, right? Devices to handle any return data before checking for the error. But if the error is non-EOF, you might not care the data anyway. Yeah, so if it's non-EOF, I can't make a new tile the way I thought I would, well, the way I requested a tile, because I need all that data to make it, right? Because that will fail otherwise. So I can't really return anything there. Yeah. Actually, no, that can't do like that. That needs to return nil io.eof. Just explicitly I'm gonna put io.eof there explicitly. Yeah. Yeah. Which assembler do I use? For NES stuff, it's CA65, part of the CC65 tool suite. NID, the software helps you make directories and organize the files. You make directories and files and organize them manually. Oh yeah, yeah. So I don't use a full-fledged IDE. I just used Vim, and I've got. So this is Tmux that I'm in right here, which allows me to do this kind of stuff. So I've got a terminal down here where I do all my file-based anything, right? Even for compiling, I make. I use make files for everything. That error's understandable. Well, 19. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Oh well, there it goes. 25, raw read returns 2 value. Oh, bloody hell, because it returns how much it reads, right? And I don't care how much it reads. Actually, I do care how much it reads. If n is not 8, is there another... Short write. No, that's a write. Short buffer means that a read required a longer buffer than was provided. Nope. Okay, so that's just going to be... I've already got errors, so I'll just use errors.new. I did 88 bytes. Yeah, sure. Because it works for Linux. It's fine by me. I mean, I use Make on Windows too, honestly. Hell, I've my most recent project, I use Make to fucking deploy to production too. Huh. Undefined N. Okay, fair. Can I use plain count times 8, value of type int, as int64? Go to hell. Go to hell. God damn it. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's better. Okay. All right. So now we've got to actually do this nonsense. And this is going to consist of, depending on this here, the depth, I have to loop through hang on. If length planes no. No, I have the depth now. Wait. For what am I doing? Horizontal, so x equals 0. X is less than 8. X plus plus. For y equals 0, y is less than 8, y plus plus. For each and every pixel, oh man, I need to explode that though. Oh, fuck me. Default clause misses the parameter in the error message. Oh, yep. We can also validly return a short read without an error, expecting you to read again until you have enough data. Might need you have them for a piped input. I think that's why full read exists, though. I don't always agree with the details of if it's there. I mean, read full. Okay, yeah, I'll use read full instead, honestly. Read full. Oh, and that'll return Alright, that'll return an unexpected EOF for me, which is fine. Alright. I just searched here on the terminal. I found CC65. Really? I'll search about CC65. Yeah, so CC65 is the C compiler in that suite. So if you've got CA65, that's the one you're looking for, the assembler itself. Oh, ew. Flashbang warning. The documentation is over here, by the way. I'll paste that to you in chat. That's where the documentation is. So you just scroll down, there's the documentation, and then these are all the different tools that come with that that suite. So CA65 is the assembler. This is a C compiler. LD65 is the linker. So I use the linker and the assembler for my stuff. All right, so basically I need to collapse the planes. So for all these, can I do a, like, planes, what is this going to be? X times 8, no, Y times 8 plus X. Well, let's just, IDX, put that up here. What? Yoink, paste. I'm using parentheses, so I know. for I equals 8. No, not 8. Depth. No. No, because I need the bits off of each byte. Yeah, because the first array, or I'm sorry, the bottom array is 1 plane, or 8 bytes, right? And then this is just a bunch of bytes. Then X is the bits. Oh, shit, yeah, I'm doing that wrong. Okay, so, yes, it planes plane at Y. And then X is the bits. P equals 0. P is less than length planes. P plus plus. Swap those loops. Having X as enter. Oh, yeah, that's not even going to be there. Or wait, hang on. No. Well. Yeah. Hang on. I know I need another loop, but give me a second here. Give me a second here. I know range exists, but I'm not using it right now for a reason. Because this information, if I use it in a range, it reassigns it to a variable. Right? It's not a pointer. But I want to grab the data out of there and be able to loop over it again and again. So B equals bit equals planes or 1. And then this guy, oops, equals that shifted that way by 1. Then I do that 8 times, and I get a row. A row for that bit plane. I basically unpack the byte into individual bits that I will combine with... God, I hate it. With the rest of them. Row byte. Welcome, by the way. How you doing? Hey, Chris. Is that right? Make 8. All right, Epic, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Copying a slice is effectively the same as copying a pointer of the data, unlike copying an array. What we have is probably clear. I'll take incredibly unsafe ways to manipulate your data for 600. Well, so this data is a very specific format, and at this point in time, it's more or less guaranteed to be the size I expect it to be. There's a 75% chance it will panic the first time I try it, but whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not like banking data, so I don't give a shit. It's fine. Okay. And this, X is 0, x is less than 8, x plus plus. I don't even think I need to use x anywhere, honestly. Because this just keeps shifting it off for each of the planes. And wait. I've got to shift that bit onto the... Oh, Jesus! Okay, I do need to use X. So row X equals row X I've got to shift this onto the top of it. Right? Because I don't want to flip it around. I've got to shift this, or that the bit rather, up X times. Bit equals bit shifted X times. And then row at X equals row at X or bit. Is that correct? I think so. I think that's right. So we're getting the bottom bit and then dropping it, right? But we need to put that bit in the correct spot going around again. So I need to unshift, shift to the left, the number of times I've shifted to the right, and then OR it onto the result. I was looking at some information on the LD65 linker. I searched for what the heck a linker is, and I think I understood, kind of. Do you have any beginner-friendly tutorial, article, book, video on that? For LD65, I don't know. This here. So there's some links over on the Twitch chat. This one here is the Nerdy Nights tutorial, which is a very good tutorial for figuring out some beginner stuff. Come on, F5. What was that for up there? Come on. Allow. Enter. Refresh the damn page. Ah, okay. I'm sure there's something out there for LD65. I don't remember where it is off the top of my head. Let me. I can give you. Go away. A link to this at the very least. Copy that. Paste. And the linker script is basically it assembles or pieces together the ending ROM for you, right? So if I code NES Tetris. what did I call it? NES MC5 config. So this is my linker script, right? Or my linker configuration. This up here is defining the the actual organization, construction of the end result of the file that's spit out at the end of it, right? These things are RAM, so they don't go into a file. File is nothing, right? Layout, yeah. Demarcus, how you doing, by the way? The header is 16 bytes, right? That's what that is, that size there. Read only. File, %O, that's the output file, right? No, excuse me. And the order that they're in over here is the order they will be in the resulting file, right? The .nes file, right? Then I've got 2 banks for some code stuff, some more banks for some code stuff, and at the very end, I've got, well, this is another bank for like a fixed bank of code crap. And this, I laid out 4 separate banks for images. And this is save ROM. So this also is cartridge only, or it's RAM, save RAM, excuse me. So it doesn't get put into the .nes file, right? Thank you for the file, appreciate that. Down here, the segments are where I actually put code things, right? I have to define RAM because I need a place to define my variables. Same for these, right? And this just basically assigns different chunks of code to different output chunks, kind of, sort of, right? This was an easier one to actually, or not a code NES. Snake. Let's go over here, because this, I believe, yeah, this one's using NROM. So this is the no mapper, right? Very straightforward. Bunch of RAM stuff. The 16-byte header. That's all of the program ROM. All of it. It's 8K. Half of the maximum size of the ROM, if you don't have a mapper, right? The NES will mirror that, by the way. So you get 2 copies of your program ROM. And then I've got 2 banks of graphics data. Then down here, all that is, again, RAM. There's my header. There's my code. These are vectors that go at the very end of the program code. And then these are the image data. This one overlaps CHR0, by the way. Same as this overlaps that. And then to actually use that stuff in the ROM, it's the segments, .segment, 0 page. So all the 0 page stuff is defined here, right? OIM or sprite stuff is there. Playfield, the vectors, graphics and whatnot. Page 0, this is all my code right here. So all the code goes in page 0. Right? This is on Git, by the way, if you want to, on GitHub, if you want to take a peek. I can spell my own friggin' name. Snake. Over here. Where is it? Yeah, there's the NROM config right there. We have very straightforward ROM with that. Defy us all. How you doing? Welcome. How is stream? What are you working on tonight? I am working on some tooling, and hopefully I'm getting the bit shifting correct. We'll find out if I do. But welcome. How you doing? Okay, so I think I can just append that. Can't I? Read top. No, let's see. No, I can't just append it. I do have to actually assign it. Well, I also have to typecast. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Nil Pointer, how you doing? Welcome. Controller mappings. Ooh. Hey, no worries, Alexander. No worries. Glad I could help. Okay, so I will need another one of these guys. Like that. T dot pix at y times 8 plus x equals row at x typecast to u int 8. And in theory, that should work, right? In theory? Probably? What am I returning? Tile and an error. So, tile and nil. Read full undefined. God. Because that's not how that works. Read full. Is a function in I/O. I/O dot read full. Reader buff. That's what I need. Undefined T. Go to hell. 77. Huh? Oh, in tile, 77. 77. Oh, yeah. Tile.pix. There it is. DeMarcus, how you doing? Luke, hello. One singular ad clip just played. Still less annoying than regular TV. Glad to hear that. I'm doing all right, Luke. How you doing? Wait, bit? Or should the first one be bit and? First one? So I'm doing the bits here. So for the row, I should have complete bytes. 69. That's here? What about it? Yeah, that's like one bit in the byte. So second one should probably be addition instead of bit. No, it's not addition. Should be instead of an or. Shit, you're right. That is correct. That's correct. I need to and that. Yeah. Wait for you to catch up instead of argument. No. So I'm doing bit manipulation. Bit manipulation. So where is it? Okay. So the way that the pixels are arranged. Actually, let me do this. Messing. We'll open up this and then open up this. Okay. Tile viewer. Okay, let's get rid of that one. And let's say this one here. CHR starting at 0A00. Okay. Settings. I realized, at least this stream, I didn't really go over what I was doing. PPU memory? No, it's CHROM. I think. 0A00. Right there. Okay. This would be data that I would be reading with this code, right? This is a 2-bit plane format, which means I can use up to 4 colors. This right here is the first bit plane. This right here is the second bit plane. Each 8 of these bytes, each byte is a row. Each byte's a row. Each bit in that byte is 1/2 of the bit plane for that pixel. So I take 1 bit from that byte and 1 bit from that byte, combine them together to be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, or 1, 1, and that is an index into the palette to tell me which color of the 4 it wants, right? Now, the NES is just strictly 2 bits per pixel, so it only ever has 2-bit planes, right? So you can actually see, for a lot of this stuff, let's go up to the letters up here, right? You can see only half of it is utilized, right? The second bit plane is nothing, zeros. That's because, well, it's one solid color, right? It's the first non-background color, right? This is Messen, the emulator. Yeah, fantastic emulator. So what I need to do is for each pixel, I need to read a bit from over here, and I got to read a bit from over here. But that's just for 2 bits per pixel. The Super Nintendo, the SNES, it's got a few different modes it can use. It's got 2 bits per pixel, 4 bits, and 8 bits per pixel, which means I have to account for 8 separate planes, right? So I need to build up the value of a byte across 8 bytes, right? So those 8 bytes are like blenderized, right? Mixed up to give me the actual numbers. Yeah. Yeah. Interleaved. That's a good word for it. Thank you. Yes. Interleaved. I think the NestDev Wiki has a good visualization for this. I think. Kind of. Yeah, so encoding of half a tile? Yeah, well. All right. So yeah. Bit plane 0, bit plane 1, and it combines them to get the middle values, right? Each bit is combined from either side. All right, so the first bit here, first bit there, 0. First bit here, first bit there, 1. And now that I'm looking at this, do I have it backwards? I might. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. I don't know. We might have to screw with the order. This crap. Basically this right here. I might need to screw with that a little bit. Well, these 2 lines right here. I don't know. We'll find out eventually, I guess. Zarby, how you doing? What is this? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Is this NES or is this SNES Lab? But yeah. Okay, gonna minimize that. Pretty much the same. Yeah. It from what I've read, SNES and NES stuff looks very, very similar. Okay, so let's see if this actually works. So, bin chur to image And we're going to take Ness. There it is. Ness Tetris. Images. What was that? Tiles? It's fucking... Tiles? Just tiles, right? Or no, it's not in there. It's going to be over here. Tiles.chur to Tetris.pung. I don't actually call any of this shit. Invalid image size 0. Yeah, because I don't actually call any of the crap in here. Yeah, because it new tile from chur chur bit depth file input. What? I actually get. Hang on. No, no, we're gonna switch that up a little bit. Raw is gonna be new raw chur, like that, and then we're gonna do the read all tiles. Tiles error equals raw.read all tiles args.bit depth, like that. Yoink that, paste it there. Cybers, how you doing? Test your friend. Yeah, I might get there, I don't know. What Cubane! It's Cubane. From that crazy Australian chemist guy that is making it in his shed because that's, I guess, just what you do. So tired from work. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. What is his name? Explosions and Fire. This guy. Oh. This crazy bastard. Chicken. It might be a second channel. He's got a lot of the Cubane stuff on it. Extractions and ire. Cubane. There's one of them. I love lead. Okay. Cubane 2025. Cubane 2025. He's been trying for like 3 years or some shit. Yeah, this is the same guy. This is his second channel. Great watch, by the way. Fantastic guy. To watch the backyard science. I mean, he's in a backyard and he's a scientist, I guess. Chemist, technically, but specifically chemist. I was actually so like 2 or 3 weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, right? I'm at work, and when I'm at work, I'm usually wearing a sweater, right? I had this shirt on, but I'm usually wearing a sweater, so you can't really see what shirt I have on. Like, you usually see the color or whatever, right? But you can't see anything else on the shirt. But this particular day, I left my sweater in my office, and I was out on the floor talking to Archiboots across from a printer or whatever, right? I don't remember what I was talking about, right? But I'm leaning on the printer like this, and he's standing across from me, right? And I can see, like, he was looking at my face, and then I can see his eyes, he's looking here. And he's starting to get confused. He's like, wait, why do you have that chemical compound on your shirt, and why do I recognize it? Turns out, I guess he didn't realize or know that I also watched That Crazy Australian. And was surprised that I had merch and that I was wearing merch from the guy. How do I compile Go to Ness? I do not. Zebasnaga, how you doing? The Golang code that I have for Nest-related stuff is all utility things. Like this right here is converting image formats, right? So I'm using Go code to take a PNG or bitmap and turning that into the appropriate format that the NES understands. I've used it also for like map compression stuff. But yeah, everything that I write that runs on the NES, I write that in assembly directly. That's what all this over here is. The actual NES coding is the 65-2 assembler. Yeah. Maybe. I may have seen that other Australian. Just maybe. The two of his plushes, by the way, in case. For anyone outside, it's for anyone that hasn't watched. This is his merch. That other Australian tank pods. Frank and the One Grit. They can go back there. I love the fucking One Grit though. Like the idea of that is hilarious. So sandpaper, right? 100 grit or whatever. That's what, like within an inch. There's 100 grains or whatever shit of sand on the sandpaper, right? The One Grit. It's got a whole singular grit. He has a few channels. Garbage Time is another one, which is fantastic. Tony. He's got. I think he has another one. A few more. I think. He's got the music channel, because he drums. Because of course he does. Then through him, I found James. I need to finish watching that video, actually. So James released a video today where he found homebrew that was Windows, but on your Game Boy, which is really funny. Dankmas, yeah. Yeah, NES and SNES assembly. Super fun to write. Exactly. I find a lot of fun of the, like, in a modern language, right? Whatever dot sort, or, you know, oh, I'm going to send this through the zip library or whatever bullshit. Or, you know, oh, I'm just going to, you know, load up this library to read this data format or something. Whereas in assembly, it's like, oh shit, I need to implement that myself. Assembly doesn't know what the fucking array is. Right? So it's like, oh, I get to really implement it. So you know the whole like coding questions of like, oh, implement a linked list or doubly linked list or some bullshit, or implement a fucking tree or some nonsense. Whereas like in C# whatever, like fucking list equals list.new. Fuck you. Like, or new list of string. Fuck you. There's my linked list. Go to hell. Right? But in assembly, you actually have to, like, make that data structure. Don't want to have to invent chemistry just to have a sprite. But that's half the fun! Oh. I'm going to take death by sporograph over having to write assembly design. Nonsense! Oh, heptane? I'm not sure I'm familiar with heptane. Oh, I'm broken by the Texas recovery. Ooh, by take pot six as well. Quench my mental health for buying a stone toy. It's a plush. Yeah. It's a plushie. So it's soft. It's a very soft rock. It's got stars and shit on it. I don't know. They're like Velcro. Go for something fun like foof. I think Extractions and Fire actually did foof, or rather was invited to some lab in Germany where they got to fuck around with it. Last year, I think? Oh. Currently working on an RPG engine for the SNES. Ooh. Not sure yet if I'll do a homebrew with it, but I am having lots of fun. Yeah, that's where I find a lot of the fun. Like, making the engine for things, you know? I wouldn't even go to building the Hasfu. This one. All right. Okay, so we want to read all tiles. And then from there, image.go. They need bit X? Huh? I'll have a look in a minute. Let me get the glue part figured out. All right, so I got a new image, right? No, I need a new image. Because that image I can just assign tiles to. Well, what the fuck is this? What? Wait, what the fuck? Return TI. It's half I have it half implemented. I re-implemented the damn thing. Whatever. New tiled image from tiles. Depth. Palette. All that. Whoop. Palette. All that. Tiles. Tile. Yoink. Paste. And you know what? I don't think we're gonna error out on like a weird number of tiles. I think we're just gonna pad it. So we're gonna get height equals length of tiles divided by 16. But I want that rounded up. If height times 16 does not equal length tiles, or if it's less than, I suppose, right? Less than that, height plus plus. Give it an extra height. No. 4. No. Hang on. Padding. Len tiles. Modulus. 36? No, 16. If padding is greater than 0. No. 4. No. If padding is greater than 0. 4 I math.seal, that's in 64 stuff. Because of course it is, and I need it all in int. And I don't want to do all the other bullshit. So one of my big gripes with the math standard libraries, everything is fucking float 64. Everything, even for things that like I would want as ints or whatever. Yeah, min, max, mod. Wait a minute. That's a built-in. What the fuck? Did they? I don't know. Is most math stuff in Go return a double? In 64, yeah. Cast it to int. Sure, but like, I need to grab the remainder, right? So I need the modulus there. Because I need to... the reason I'm doing this, by the way, I realized I didn't say why. I need to have enough tiles to fill out the square. Right? And if we're doing a tiled image from tiles specifically, I do not have a dimension for an image, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it as wide as this, so 16 across, and as tall as it needs to be. Right? So what I'm doing here... So what I'm doing here, if I only have 3 tiles on the last row, I know I need, what, 13 more tiles? 13 more blank tiles. So I need to add 13 more empty tiles. Right? So that's what this bit here is. I is 0, I is less than padding, I plus plus. Tiles equals append, tiles, and I need another tile. Image, tile. That's just going to be new, tile, depth, and pal. Like that. Then I get the height. So I get the length divided by 16. That's my height. And then, do I actually have that as, it's bounds. Okay, so I need to set that as the bounds. Yeah. Some way to round up the division. Height, length, tiles plus 15 divided by 16. Well, we'll say it. I'm fine. It's whatever. They were working on when I could still see their active issues, but yeah, I know the new package name. Don't know the new package name. Gotcha. I'm a monster. Can't you get the image width and height from metadata? No. CHR is raw. It does not have any metadata. Because I'm going from CHR to PNG. If I was going the other direction, yes. But I'm not going the other direction. So, I've already got that part figured out. Why do I open up another one of these? I don't know why I opened up that split. Maybe so I can just see the stuff up here. Image equals tiled image. Tiles is tiles. Do I actually do anything with fucking tile? I do not. Okay. Character size. We're gonna make that just. Let's see how. Fuck off. That's just gonna be 8, I think. Where the hell is that? Where is that defined? Let's pay. Here? Nope. Tile map? There it is. Tile map. CS 8x8. What else do I need? I need palette. That's going to be pal. Bit depth is going to be depth. And then the bounds is going to be image.rect 0, 0. X and Y, so that's going to be 16 times 8. And height times 8. I don't need the error. That should be fine, right? Probably. Probably, I don't know. Starting a new COVID, I hope not. Okay, so. Now we can do it. As long as tiles isn't nil. That's true. Whatever, it's fine. Probably, I don't know. Over here. No. Well, yes, actually. Img equals that, but that's going to be, what was it? SNES. Did I import that? Yes. Okay. Depth args.bit depth pal tiles. TI. Img. Dot image, I think? Is that what I... No, image is, Nope. Dot image. I need the dot image on there. Okay. I think. Do I need the dot image? I don't know if I need the dot image on there, actually. Hang on. Image. Pung. Okay. And I think I might implement image. Color model, bounds, and at. I can just pass that as is. Okay. We're good. Costas and Fire, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, it implements image. So I don't even need this, honestly. That can go away. Because it already implements image. Yeah, this just removes the palette from it, which, why? Yeah, I've already got paletted image, and paletted image implements image. So, yeah. Can you tell me what you're doing? I'm kind of closer. Yeah, no worries. So I'm writing utility to do some image conversion between a paletted image format and possibly paletted image format, basically. Between like PNG, JPEG, and, well, just PNG for now. And the image format for the NES and the SNES, which is 1, 2, 4, or 8 bits per pixel. And it's a weird format that's used on the hardware. So right now I'm working on specifically taking that weird format and putting it back into a JPEG or a PNG or whatever. So if I've done everything right, I didn't. New Roger needs to be from here, like that. Not enough arguments. Oh, yeah, because I need to input. I need that. Okay. Ooh, so close. It almost. I can see some letters and shit in there, so it's close. It's almost there. It is very wrong. Yeah, they're all backwards. All right. Yep. So I've got. Let's see. What was it? Actually, I'll use this. Because this one's all set now. Image. Sure. It's a start. Yeah. Oh no, it is mirrored. It absolutely is. So the B's backwards, the C's backwards, and let me actually open it up in this. Open file. Tetris. Yeah, so the B's backwards, C's backwards, D's backwards, E's backwards. Oh yeah. So the tile order is correct. Yes, I wasn't really concerned about that. The images themselves, the pixel order is backwards. It looks like it might be more than just backwards too, which is concerning because this is like illegible there. So I might be offset somehow. Because it looks like it's dropping some bytes in some places. Or like one of the bit planes is offset is reversed, but the other isn't. That doesn't make sense. No, what? Yeah, so I know I've got. Yeah, so I already figured that it's not in here. It's in image tile.go. I already figured that. This was probably wrong here. What does that get me with? Ah! Okay. Okay, we're closer. Kind of. Now the tiles are just mirrored. Okay. Okay. Alexander and Custis, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Row 7 minus X. Yeah. 7 minus X. 7 minus X. Let's go! Let's go! Nice. Okay. Let's just make sure that it is aligned correctly. Show the grid. Fucking beautiful! Love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And if I... Image... No, not image. Kamunda, sure to that. If I change the bit depth, it will produce an image that isn't correct, but it should produce a correct image, if that makes any sense, right? So if I'm going to do bit depth 4 bits per pixel, close that. Open. I should have half as many tiles, and they should be combined tiles, essentially. That's what I was looking for. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Not bad. Are you also going to add an option to pass an assembly file with a nest color, a table to add color to the output image? So I do need to do some palette stuff. I haven't done any palette, any user-defined palette stuff yet. Mendoza, am I saying that right? How you doing? Welcome. But yes, I absolutely do want to. And I need to figure out how I want to present that. Before I get deep into that, let me commit first. Make file. What's different here? Add that. Diff image. Image.go. Bounds image. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of image. That function. Rid of that. Diff that again. From chur. I think I might actually not do that. What? God damn it. Foreground zoom. Thank you. From tiles, from chur. We're just gonna grab that and put it over here for now. I don't want that in there yet. I don't like how it does this. Like it splits that crap. I don't like that. Whatever. It's fine, but it's annoying. Image tile dot go. Tile from planes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well. This I actually need to get rid of, but whatever. Add command chur to image. Add image chur go. Okay. Oh, let me also while I'm here, get ignore JPEG star dot a sprite. And ASMs. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah. So supposed to be smart about that? Yeah. I mean, I've seen diffs like after I commit or whatever and push it to wherever the diff on that other place is correct, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So I don't like it, but I understand what happens, and it's probably be hard to fix. Yeah. Coffee before code. Hello, how you doing? What tooling are we doing in Go? NES and SNES, or Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Image manipulation, conversion stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. The follow. Appreciate that. And the sub. Thank you. Welcome. How you doing? Joel's test.
He's the most powerful hacker.
Am I saying that right? Thank you. I do think I've seen arguments too for trying to improve, but the expense of the changes to this. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not too bothered by it. You know, it's just a slight annoyance, but whatever. I don't really care. Oh. Okay. Git commit. Move that over there. That's the thing about Git. It doesn't really actually store the diffs. You can always adjust how the diff looks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You start learning assembly next week. Some advice. Coffee. What flavor of assembly are you learning? All right, so hey, don't say that. Assembly's fun, okay? Don't. ARM, I assume you mean 64. Yeah, ARM 64 and MIPS. Okay, all right. Those aren't ones I'm familiar with. But be glad you're not trying to learn x86. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, assembly is so goddamn broad. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of what I know with assembly won't necessarily translate over to the specifics of ARM64. I'm doing very 8-bit stuff with an architecture that's a different family entirely. So some stuff will carry over a little bit, like how you have to think of a program, but the whole like getting it done is very different, right? It's on ARM 32 and both 32 and 64-bit MIPS. Ooh, it's a box of Legos. Legos are fun. I need to dump more money on Legos. When was it? Last year? A year or two ago? I don't know. When I went home for like Thanksgiving. It's almost been 2 years ago when I went home for Thanksgiving. I grabbed swiped. They wanted. My parents wanted it gone. My big box of Legos. So I have that in storage over here. I need to dig it. It is underneath everything else. So I need to dig that out and, I don't know, unleash my inner 10-year-old. These are load store systems. They tend to have pipeline hazards. The problem I have with assembly is endianness, and then the weird sizing of registers instructions, so I have to think about like 5 instructions to load a certain value. Yeah, I can see that being troublesome. So, on that note, so I have a lot of experience with NES stuff that is strictly 8-bit 6502 assembly, right? Every single register, all 3 of them, is 8 bits wide, right? A single byte. I'm looking at transitioning over to Super Nintendo. The SNES is 16-bit. All the registers can be either 8 or 16 bits, depending on CPU modes or some shit. So yeah, I am going to hit that struggle like a brick fucking wall, I think, at one point. So yeah, I'll feel your pain eventually, I'm sure. 3-day investment. Exactly. Yeah. Oh. 86 sounds like exactly why I don't want to touch it at all. But what's the fun in that? I want to experience the pain myself, all right? All right. Implement chur to img. All right. This adds a new raw chur type that does. Oh, that handles. It handles reading planes and these planes are then passed to and then decoded for each individual tile. Currently, the palettes are not selectable. I guess. Yeah. Lego Titanic. I don't have a Lego Titanic, number one. Could've got it right. If I may brag, I got this one too. Oh boy. Millennium Falcon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nice. Nice. Oh no. The script's turned on. So I don't have any modern Lego sets. All I have are the childhood sets that I got, I guess. And a lot of that, I think, was like hand-me-downs and like secondhand shit. So I have very few complete sets. I think. I don't actually know what's in that box. I know that a bunch of it's dust covered. It might have that fucking camera. That camera might be in there. The webcam? I don't know. But it's a possibility. I use that webcam more than the rest of the stuff it came with. Wow. Probably have more than half the top 10 most expensive sets ever. Titanic, Colosseum, and Eiffel Tower. Damn, all right. Oh. Thunder FX86, they're only 16-bit assembly to be kind of familiar with it already. AL and AH, 8-bit, are combined. AX, 16-bit, and so on. Yeah. Those require you to be aware of it when you're assigning your registers, but can be useful on occasion. Yeah, so from what I understand, the SNES does something similar with combining registers like that for 8 and 16. Well, maybe. I think I remember reading for one of them to get the full byte out of something, you gotta like swap if you're an 8-bit or something like that. I don't remember. Titanic, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Titanic, I think I've seen that one, yeah. Don't have an addiction to Lego, totally not. I don't have any. So that's like one of the things that's stopping me from like really diving in and throwing more money at Lego is I don't have the room for it. B register is the thing, but not really accessible. That's the other half of the A register in 8-bit mode, right? Where you have to like swap it. Yeah. I also have a CRT and NES Lego set, but it's my brother has that one. My brother bought that a little while ago. He's got it on his shelf back home. My parents have. Oh God, yeah. My parents are take your shit. You haven't lived here for 20 years. Get your shit and get out. Okay. I don't know if I want to actually like keep this around, honestly. I don't know. Okay, so pallets for this conversion. Pallets. So, I think I want to handle pallets in two separate ways. One specific to the NES, and one specific to SNES, right? Yeah, it's in a scrap file that I'll probably delete later. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it right now. 16-bit Mario riding Yoshi from Mario World with a crank that makes Yoshi run. Nice. So pallets. Yeah, so for NES stuff, I figure I'll have like NES PAL as a string, right? And this, I envision will be something like, passing in NES PAL, and then the 4 colors for that palette. So like 0F. Oh, let's actually get code NES NES Tetris main. Do I have some palettes here? game. Really? Load palettes. Okay. That's the NMI. Hang over palette. There you go. Or hang on. Not that one. High byte game palettes. Where the devil? Where the hell did I put these? There they are. Okay. All right. All right. 0F00 1A and 20, right? So for a NES palette, I figure I can give the NES values for the colors, and I'll take that and convert or I'll have a lookup table or whatever to have the correct colors for that, and I'll create a palette for that and just use that, right? Probably just pass the RGB for each palette index, but embedding a basic NES one might be nice for ease of use. Yes. I mean, this will only work, obviously, with a bit depth of 2, right? And honestly, this is like a nice to have, and while I'm figuring it out, I'll figure out the rest of the palette stuff. That's the idea behind a bunch of that, right? So for other palette things, so I think I would have to pass that in a file, right? A file of values, RGB values. And I'd probably want them as, you know, RGB and not the 555 RGB, right? Probably, or would I? You can always let the user pass it as many as a bit that requires. If it really only makes sense with 2-bit and 4. CMYK? No, that's for printing. We ain't doing printing here. Well, so for 8-bit, it'd be 256 values. 256 numbers on the command line? Or 256 triplets of numbers on the command line? That's a bit much. Right? I mean, I suppose I could. But I'm not sure I'd want to. Alfred Lego's the one of the extremely rare cases of private equity saving a company. Yeah. Yeah, they the guy that did that was from McKinley and whatever the hell. McKinley and Co., right? Of Enron fame. I'm sure Jonah won't like too much on good PCs. That's not what I'm worried about. Yeah, the We Kill Company's company. Yeah. Yeah, so NESPAL, ARG, NESPAL, and then palette file. PAL file. More for the lower bit depths, like 1 to 4. It has something else for bigger. But if it allows those, might as well allow the rest too, just in case someone really wants to. Let me figure out these ones first. And then if I feel if it makes sense, I'll do that. Yeah. Oh, one of those the code of ethics books. I think what the fuck is his last name? Hey, Vinesauce, Michael here. That guy, that Michael. He has one. As one of his like rarest books or whatever. He also has what is it? 100 Shades of Grey, 500 Shades of Grey, whatever the fuck it is. And it's just a book that each page is a different shade of gray. But that was taken off store shelves for copyright infringement or some shit on the title or some nonsense. I don't know. He also has that book somehow. And I'm in for Nespal too. Not just for the RGB triplets. Yeah, well, let me get these figured out first, and then we can expand on them later, right? So let's go over to image colors. And how do I want to do this? So what I could do, nest colors, map of string color.color, right? And then just go through all the different iterations, right? So I don't bother with number conversion or whatever, just, 0f. That one is color.rgba, whatever the hell, right? It's in here somewhere, right? Palettes. Yeah. Without the basics, the rest will make more sense. Right. Sounds like it is not a job for an LLM. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Thank you for the follow, brother. I appreciate that. Selling for at least £400 in the UK. Damn. That's actually not as high as I thought it would be. Did I use color 0? Okay, well. I'm gonna put that in there anyway as something. Yeah. Why don't I use an LSP? Because I haven't set one up. Try for an LM. So you want broken code? Yeah, right? You want broken code then? All right. Grab that. Whoa, what? Download the damn thing. Gotta be careful with my downloads here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut. And then we're gonna go over to here. Paste. Hex dump C to C to whatever that. Yeah. Huh? What the shit is this? That's not what I'm expecting. I just want the first whatever the fuck. The hell? What is this format? Following arguments, okay. What is this format? Oh, good God. Well, I want those RGB values. That's what I want. Row. What? Oh, yeah. Didn't I have that at one point? Could have swore I did. Where would I have put that? I don't think in here. That's a standard default palette. Parse for string hex. Turns the color of the. It turns the color palette. Okay. Parse hex color. I might actually use those later, but whatever. I think it's licensed for. Wait, what? Oh, you're going on about LLMs. No, it's more broad than the fucking RGB table. Yeah, it's. We have a distinct hate for large language models here. They are cancer. I want fucking nothing to do with them at all. A lot of that LLM bullshit is straight up fucking snake oil. And it's being shoved down everyone's goddamn throats. And I don't like that. And even if there's some use cases for it, I want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do, because everyone that pushes it is fucking insufferable. Yeah, tech is neat, but it's being horrendously abused. And every tech bro pushing, oh, but AI can go to hell. Sounds harsh, but I'm fed up with it, honestly. I'm fed up with everyone trying to make me use an LLM to make coding easier or whatever. No, stop it. I don't give a shit. I don't want AI to do things that I want to do. I want AI to do my fucking dishes, all right? That's what I care about. About phones. All right. Pattern table. No, it's not going to be in here. I could have swore I was looking for this before. For something. I don't remember what for. But I could have swore because I was gonna like fucking parse out the table or some shit. And then someone went, oh no, just do this. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't remember what that was, where it was, or what the context of it was. Other than it was something NES related. Palette for output image. Well, yes, so that's what it's going to be. It wasn't in here, I don't think. Was it? What the fuck is this? What the shit is this? I don't remember where it was. Because I don't think it was in here. Because this, I don't think I've really changed in a while. What the shit is this? Warren you wrote a classic. Yeah. Right? I don't remember writing that. I do not remember writing this. I don't. Like, what's the date on that file? Start.go. Last June. I don't fucking know what I was thinking then. Is that in, No, it's not even in Git. So I have no documentation of what the fuck I was thinking there. No idea. I don't know. It's just there. I don't think there's a... Yeah, it's not even fucking compiled. So it probably doesn't compile. Bold strategy. Yeah, it was a bold strategy, apparently. Fuck. Oh, good. Great to know that I've got uncommitted shit. Oh, no. What the fuck is this? Okay, okay. Comment. Rewrite this. This is fine. Okay, fine. Mess and WS, but that I'm, oh, I think I'm throwing that out the door. Out the window. Tile pixel out of bounds. I don't give a shit. Set palette into... What? The fuck? Why? What the fuck? That's the wrong way to do that. Because palette in... Oh my god. Wait, no, I've got it. Vim, image, tiles. Okay. Got add, I got set palette index. Oh god. I'm overcomplicating everything. All I need to do is call t.set x y c. That's literally all I need to do. Because set will figure out what fucking color it needs to be, what the index is. Same thing down here, only for set palette index. I'm not changing this now. Because the code I'm writing tonight is meant to replace fucking all of this. So, I don't care. But Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it hurts. It hurts so much. No one can prove it existed. That one is. That one's in Git. Git blame, it's all my fault. All of it's my fault. Absolutely all of it. So it's just me. Oh, that's not even committed yet. Look at that. Flask, how you doing? Yeah, it's all my fault. It's just, I don't know from when, basically, right? That bit of code's from 2019. 6 years ago? Going into the mines. Yeah, it is. We were really going to the mines. Just moving to squash icons, problem solved. Oh. Okay, time for the eye rub. Welcome. How was your week, Flask? Oh. God, I could have... No, I'm not rewriting it in Rust. Thank you very much. LUT approach. No. I just want this for... Why the fuck are they... What? Ew. Oh, MAME. 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 Wow, okay, ew. No, I just don't want this. I just want the RGB values and a simple way to get it with this. That's all I want. That's all I... Because it's turning complete... No. Just define. Get alias blame. Because Sorch did it. What do I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell a LUT is, honestly. Welcome, by the way. How you doing? Cinder? Cinder HD? Hello. Boat face has almost no car capacity in this game. Oh, so you've got the first boat. Not the raft, but the first proper boat. Yeah, it's got like 4 slots. Apparently, there's like 2 more boat sizes. I got the boat that's a little larger, which is the same inventory size as your base inventory size, I think. And I think there might be another boat. I don't fucking know. Yeah, still 4 more than nothing. Yeah. I think even the raft has like 1 inventory slot, right? I think. Why are these on the floor? These are my stickers. These are these are under my feet. That's why I picked it up. These are Michi, I think. What the hell are they? Doki. Oh, okay, never mind. Doki bird. But yeah, that little boat. Oh man, that little boat's pain sometimes. The raft is pain. Holy shit. First stream, this is what we normally do here. Coding, yes, normally. And a lot of distracted ranting about things. But yeah. I do mostly coding here. Unless I'm too tired and play Skyrim instead. Yeah. Taylor, what is the model? Hello, how you doing? Imagine not using Rust. Yeah. Yeah, I ran about work a bunch. Yeah, stickers, yeah. No, Summer, I'm not doing Skyrim tonight, okay? Yeah, these are all first design Doki Bird stuff. Same with that right there, actually. You can't really see it, but that's what that is right there. Oblivion. Damn it! No! Trying to over-engineer, copy-paste them? Basically, yeah. That's, you know, story of my life is over-engineering, honestly. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to, like, bend any of them. Get the fuck in there. Come on. Too late to rewrite Oblivion? Well, they released a remaster, like, yesterday? Or whenever. When was it? It was this week. They just, like, dropped the trailer and went, by the way, it's out. And we're all like, wait, what? Huh? That's what it turned into. All right. Generate with this. Pally. Okay. Neat. What is the output format? You know, the Nest palette generator. Okay. PAL UN8, PAL double. File format, default PAL UN8. Okay. But is that like RGB? Yeah. I don't understand the output for this. Rebooting Switch OS. Rebooting to Switch OS. Oh. Okay, no worries. Me? I've had Skyrim for years. If you intend to support PAL files anyway, implement that first and then embed the PAL file you want for the NES. I mean, yeah. I suppose. Although the NES palette will have duplicate entries. Well, actually, that could just be a map of the hex value to the entry in the palette file. Yeah. So let's. Yeah. Okay. Image palettes. Yeah. Not main image. Thank you for that file. Appreciate that. Import. Import. Color dot. It's color. It's color. Probably need that. We're also probably gonna need IO, and we're gonna do buff IO as well, and strings probably. Yeah. Ipmort should be autocorrect. I don't have any autocorrect on actually. Knife will still. That can be either very good or very bad, Bridgewater, depending on your equipment that you have. I remember the first time I had a raft, and I was out on the water and went to night. I went, oh, neat. I'm not in the forest, which means I'm safe out here, because trolls can't swim, right? Not 5 minutes later. Not 5 minutes later, that fucking serpent goes, hello there. And I'm like, wait, no, shit. I have a knife and nothing else. This is where I die. Cool. I didn't live. Yeah. The middle of a river rather than the open sea. Okay, yeah, that is much better. Yeah. Only 2 other remasters that can make people even happier: Morrowind and Fallout New Vegas. Do anything to avoid releasing Elder Scrolls 6. I am cautiously optimistic for Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah. Cautiously optimistic. Yeah. Taking the time. I'm okay with them taking their time, honestly. I'm fine with them taking their time. Okay, so Funk parse palette file. Parse palettes. Parse palettes? Or do I want like read palettes? Read palettes are io.reader. Actually, I think I can just use color.palette, right? It's not okay, there's a redirect. Cool. Isn't I thought palette was a type in here. It is. Yes. Okay, so we're just gonna return color.palette and an error. Okay. Star Citizen being worked on too. Star Citizen. Isn't that the one where you can pay like 30 grand for a fucking ship? The Great Or Shaman swimming in your wig. Those bastards. Oh my god. Those guys hurt. Starts as a meme coin at this point. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the one where you can spend an absurd amount of money on, right? And it's still like, what, early access or not done or whatever the fuck? Now. Alright, pal equals color dot palette. And then reader equals buff io dot scanner r. So the format for these palette files, at first I'd assume text, ASCII, right? But would I also want to be able to read in? That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, it's down here. Would I also want to read in raw binary? So what do you plan on putting on your resume when this finally shutters? Well, I'm just here waiting on the next time I can finally tell what AAA game I was working on. Sorry, Joe Mega. I'm one of the devs I can talk to every month. My favorite question. So when is the game going to be finished? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Next year. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right, so we're so to start, text palettes. Plain text palettes. Am I still doing the movie night? No, I haven't done movie nights in like fucking 2 years, 3 years, I think. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I don't even know if my setup still works, honestly, for movie nights, because I did some jank shit. The re-encoding server that I haven't turned that on since the last time I did a movie night, I think. And that's running Arch. So that means I need to reinstall the bastard, because it's far enough out of date that I don't think, update it. So I gotta fucking reinstall that thing, I think. But yeah, whatever. Okay, so for this, I figure just the hex code 1 per line, right? No. Sounds freaking install Stealth Arch? So I prefer Debian. I mean, to be fair, I should have done Debian. I don't know why I did Arch on that, but I should have done Debian. Oh well. My stream machine's Debian, so. Movie nights. Okay, but the RIAA can go to hell, and the movie associations can all... Hollywood can go to hell, honestly. Because I could... I guess, yeah... Oh, God, I'm not installing Windows. Fuck off with that. No. I am forced to use Windows at work. I fucking hate it. Oh, my God. I hate Windows so much. I'm forced to use 11 at work. And I want to throw my laptop through a window half the time. I respect this position, at least. I'm not a fan of Windows. Like, at work, I had to do a lot of, like, file movement bullshit, right? With large PDFs. Also, fuck Adobe, by the way. Just, Adobe can go to hell. But copy from one folder, paste in another folder, and I can't interact with the second folder while it's copying, because reasons. I want to select another file in that folder that's not involved in this copy process, and Windows goes, no! Wait 15 minutes for me to copy this PDF first. I hate it. It's so terrible. Then there's Adobe. Fucking Adobe. Hey, Adobe, open this PDF. Okay, here it is. Cool, thanks, Adobe. I'm gonna close this tab so we can close that PDF, but keep Adobe or Acrobat Reader open. Okay. Hey, Adobe, I have another PDF. I'm gonna double click it. Adobe, are you awake? Yeah. Where's the PDF? What PDF? What the fuck you mean, what PDF? Click and drag into the program. Adobe, what are you doing? Huh? Where's my PDF? What PDF? What the fuck? 5 minutes later. Oh, I mean this PDF. What? That's why Robocopy exists. Mac is a curse. I mean, at this point, it might be better than Windows. I don't know. And DFS file sync is a god. Goddamn, everything drives me nuts. Yeah, well, a lot of it is I'm copying like to and from remote shares and all that, right? And the way we have shit set up at work is fucking ass backwards, and the Windows servers that we have are all fucking Windows Server 2012, because of course. I used to hate Macs until I had a Mac laptop at Fang, and honestly, I got used to it, and they're pretty nice. Yeah, so the thing I dislike about Mac, the price, and the serviceability that isn't there, right? The fucking RAM soldered to the goddamn board. Aside from that, they do a lot very well, I think. Last great version of Mac OS was System 7.5 dot something. The standard Windows isn't that great. It's quite some stuff that can handle in the background that barely anyone uses. We need to support it, as Windows is the backwards compatible OS. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I can still find dialog windows in Windows 11 that are in the original style of Windows 3.1. In Windows 11. It's a dialogue I sometimes need to use at work. Delete them one big company somewhere's gonna have throw a hissy fit. Yeah. Yeah. When it's Fang's budget, they're pretty sweet. Yeah. If it's not my money, fuck it. Who needs a framework? You can draw the dialogue by hand. Windows has like a dozen different. Well, over the years, it's changed its frameworks or whatever a bunch of times, right? So there's still stuff that uses the ancient as shit Windows 3.1 calls, right? And I hate it. I hate it so much. Internal Windows shit is using some of it. And they're like moving to like this like settings app bullshit thing that's like looks like it's trying to imitate Mac. But then they've got Windows 3.1 dialogues buried in there too. It's like, what? Come on. Oh, it's so painful. On paper. Good thing about backwards compatibility is you can use a lot of old stuff. The bad thing about backwards compatibility is that you need to support the old stuff. At least it won't have... That is a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, at least it won't have ads. That's when you... okay, so I own one computer that runs Windows. I do not own my work laptop. That belongs to the company. I use it. The only Windows laptop that I own runs Windows 95. Things like that fucking thick too. It's a based. It's got a trackball in it. Trackball and a fucking floppy drive, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. Anyway, let me refill this real quick. And I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Watch Trip come back in. I need to find a way to screen capture that Windows 95 laptop. He'll just resort to a fucking webcam or some shit. You can still play Roller Coaster Tycoon. Look up, oh, fucking, what the hell is it? Open RCT2? Yeah. Highly recommend this. Highly recommend. Will not it be the same? It's actually kind of is. Well, it's the same, but some quality of life stuff. All right, and I think you need the original games to actually get the assets for this, which you can buy on Good Old Games, I think, right? God damn it! Hang on, let me make sure that. Allow. Okay, we're fine. Roller coaster. Oh. $20, really? God damn. What the fuck is this? No, not that one. Nope. Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe, $5. Right there. Can't afford it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think I've bought like Roller Coaster Tycoon like half a dozen different times throughout the years. So play Open TTD, which is TTD rewritten. Cloneware TTD is 1994 year game for DOS. Yeah. Well, I'm not answering that. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna take that, and we need to split that. Well, actually, for reader.scan, so this defaults to new line, right? Line equals reader.text. Okay. Last time you checked, you can't buy that. Buying people is kind of not exactly legal, so. No, okay. Actually, IO, no, I want buff.io. Buffio. And then scanner. Returns the first non-EOF error that was encountered by the scanner. That's the scanner. The next token will be available with the scanner bytes. The scanner text method. It returns false when there are no more tokens, either by reaching the end of the input or an error. After scanner returns false, the scanner to error method will return any error that occurred during scanning, except that if it was IOEOF, scanner error will return nil. Okay, so I can just return reader.error, and if it's EOF, it'll be nil. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so for this, line equals strings dot trim space line, and line equals strings dot trim left line, and the cut set pound if it's there. or the $sign, because whatever. Okay. And then if length of line is not 6, continue. Or has prefix line semicolon will be comment, because why not? Ignore short lines and comments. Yeah. Sure. Not a very robust format, but I don't think I care too much. Okay, then red string stir conv parse int line 0 to 1, I think, right? Line equals 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you not? Oi! Fucking line equals 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Print line 0 to 1. No. 0 to 2. Yeah, okay. 0 to 2, and then I'd want two. Okay, 2 to 4. And then 4 to 6? Yes, okay. Green, blue. All right. 2 to 4. That's gonna be 6, and then 4, and then parse in. What is the base and then size, right? Okay, so base is going to be up. Base is going to be 16. 16. Size 8. Right? Yeah, you went 8. Let's like this, actually. If error is not nil, return nil error. I should probably have more information in that error message, but I don't care right now, right yet. Pal equals append pal color dot RGBA red red, green, blue, FF, I think. But all these need to be uint 8. I think. I think so. uint 8. Paste. Red, green, blue, and alpha of F? Because alpha of 0 is transparent, right? Or do I have that backwards? Yeah. Don't need to consider the search pattern in the browser like Godoc and just type Godoc. I should do that, honestly. Actually, can I... Hang on. It's close. Oh, yeah, so I'm doing that by way of using DuckDuckGo. So that's the only reason that works. That's the only reason that works is because I'm using DuckDuckGo. This here. Which has a bunch of quote-unquote bangs or whatever the hell they're called. There's a list of that stuff somewhere. I don't remember where. Ah, here we go. What are bangs? It's got a bunch of them, right? So like to search for on Wikipedia, exclamation point W, right? Amazon A, eBay E, IMDb, LinkedIn, 13,000 of them. Jesus. Is there a whole list? Oh, 13,000. That's search. Yeah, go dot package. Go package doc GPD. Golang GLS. Huh. Go package. Go PKG. Golang.org. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I use that for all kinds of stuff. I for the ones I'm familiar with anyway. So for Amazon stuff, for YouTube stuff, the bang YT, right? If I'm not finding what I want on DuckDuckGo, $ exclamation point G. All right, now it's on Google, right? So it's really nice. It's really handy. It's really handy. Also, bookmark keywords in Firefox, where you can make any web search box into a keyword. I've used that before, yes. But now that I'm using DuckDuckGo, I just haven't bothered setting that up anymore. I have used that stuff in the past, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's way less effort. That's it. That right there. It's way less effort. Way less effort. Like I can even do like any DB, Pocket Theory. But Pocket Theory Diaries, right? It's beautiful. Use it all the time, all the time. Okay. That should just work, right? Probably. All right. PAL file. If args.pal palette file does not equal that, else var pal color dot palette and var error. So we can get rid of that. That there. Do that. Pal error equals snes img dot that, but I need to open that first. Luke, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Pal file error equals os.open args dot. I don't want to copy it. Or I don't want to type it anymore. If error is not nil, return error. Do that here as well. We're not going to do the defer. Pal file dot close. Actually, I can just put that there. So even if it doesn't it errors out whether or not it does or not, it'll close. That should work, right? Okay, we're gonna try that out. Well, first we're gonna do that and fail. Cool. Image color. Huh? Image palettes. Oh, because that's supposed to be image color. 2727. What the hell's wrong here? Huh? What? Unexpected open bracket. I'm missing a bracket somewhere or a close or something. This isn't. No, that's closed there. Is it these? And color. Helps if I'm looking at the right file. Ah, yeah, okay. Unexpected new line. 39. That's fair. Buffalo. Imported and not used. Errors imported and not used. Can I convert R type IO reader to buff IO scanner? What? Oh. New scanner. I make that mistake all the goddamn time. All the goddamn time. All right. So let's. Yes. GrayPal.text. Okay. And then image colors. So let's just take this guy and just reverse that. So 0, 0, and then and then take this, put it up there. Take this, put it up there, and take this and put it down there. Okay, so this just reverses the palette, right? Where's the command I did? Where's the command I did? This guy. PAL file? Parsing FF value out of range. Fucking hell. Red parse error. Green parse error. And blue parse error. And on line D. This is going to be L, L, L. Line 1 for red. How's FF out of range for hexadecimal? Do I have that? The string, the base, right? Base, and then bit size. $86. 16. No, FF is 255. That's what it should. Oh, I know why. 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 Uint. Parse uint. That is out of range if I'm parsing a signed integer. I don't care about a signed integer, though. That's actually the base right here. That 16 is base 16, hexadecimal. All right. Where this one, close out of that. And then we're going to open it up again. And it is inverted. Fucking beautiful. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, so base right there. String is given the base 0 to 0 or base 0. What the fuck is base 0? What the hell is base 0? Is that huh? Oh, right. Okay, right. If the base argument is 0, the true base is implied. Okay. Figure out base is base 0. Got it? I get it now. Okay. Okay. If bit size is below 0 or above 64, an error is returned. Okay, bit size is 0. Oh, 0 corresponds to int. Huh, for the bit size. Interesting. Interesting. Cheating flag. Not 0 is the only valid number. Stealth flag like that are typically poor design. Yeah. Yeah. How many zeros on the number Q? I don't know, I can't tell you that. Not that I'm ahead anyway. Describe no Summer, damn it. Oh. I'm actually surprised this worked, like, without much hassle. Honestly. I will need to hang on. So what I haven't done is made sure that the palette is the correct size. All right, if length of pal does not equal num colors, bit depth of requires colors. Okay, bit depth of depth. Nope. args.bit depth. And I think I've got a string function on that, right? I do. Yeah. Requires num colors. But palette only has that many. Length pal. Okay. Requires 4 colors, but palette only has 3. Good. Undo. Duplicate. But has... it's less than. How about that? It's less than. Otherwise, else if length pal is greater than num colors... pal equals pal from the beginning to num colors. Would that work? Let's do this. Let's grab that, put it up there. Okay, so if we do that up there, we can know immediately if it breaks. That's not what I wanted to do. No. Okay. It didn't break. Okay. That was correct then. Probably. Okay, we're good. We're good. So I can take that, put it down here. Else if. Good. And then do some of this. Let's make this one red. Green. Blue. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. It worked. Not kind of, but it actually worked. Well, I mean, it looks like ass, but that's whatever. Like, this isn't meant to be these colors. It's meant to be, actually, not even those colors. It's supposed to be those colors for most of it. Until I get into the actual game itself. Then some of these need to be other colors. Over there, or over there, or over there for those two anyway. This one is this guy right here. Yeah. Teal, I guess. Can't be. Something has to be wrong. Right? Base zero. What is base zero? Mathematics stack exchange. Base zero does not make any mathematical sense. No. But that works. So we're gonna start by committing that. All right, where are my differences here? NESPAL, we're gonna not put that. We need to put. Hang on. Do you change the color palettes after each level, like in the OG Tetris? No. For this Tetris, I'm keeping the colors the same for every level. Yeah. So we get rid of that. Close out of that. Up here. Palette file. Help. Read palette colors from this text file. One color per line in HTML color syntax. There's a 55. And this, well, we're not going to commit that part for now. Oops. Add partial. Yes. Edit. Yes. Yes. This. I'm not adding that. Okay. Image. Not adding that either. Just gonna remove those actually, which means that build failed earlier, didn't it? I don't know why I'm alt-tabbing. That build would have failed, rather. Nope. Add that. Image palettes. That's what I was missing. I can make a Benny base, just need to invent some symbols with the digits, right? Yeah. Get stuck. Again, the colors is just... That's just this, and I'm not adding that. Alright. Commit. Add a PAL file to chur to image. Add palette parsing. Add PAL file to chur to image. Okay. Image dot added image dot read text palettes. That parses text and returns a color palette. The text is expected format is is one color per line in HTML hexadecimal form. Encoding. EG 0055AA. Comments are... doesn't matter. The chur to image program will check the size of the palette to make sure there are enough colors for the given bit depth. If there are more colors than the bit depth allows, extra colors are ignored. Some random choppers flying around. It's fine as long as it stays outside. It doesn't come inside. Yeah, if the chopper invites itself in, you've got a few problems, I think. You know. So many bucks to use Alt-Tab to search Windows in the config file. No, it's fine. No, so the reason I'm using Alt-Tab is because I use Windows in my day job. That's it. If I don't use Windows for long enough, a few days, usually, that muscle memory like dies out a little bit, right? I've already got muscle memory for this. The Control B O, Control B Z. Sometimes I fat finger that and just do Control B Z, and that Control B Control Z, which backgrounds the damn thing. I gotta foreground it again. That happens far too much. Far too much. All right. Close out that. Plug. I don't have it on Git yet. Oh my god. I actually thought about this this past week, by the way. Right now, I am implementing NES and SNES stuff. Do I want to be able to implement, like, Game Boy shit? Game Boy Color? Other retro systems? Do I want to make this just an image utility for retro stuff? Maybe. I don't know. Do I want to make this a retro library that has image stuff and like ROM stuff? Because with SNES especially, I'm going to need a way to generate the header, because it's part of the actual ROM itself. It's not just like the INES format or whatever, or NES format that is a header on the file. It's something that's actually on the cartridge as well. I'm gonna mix up a window. I hate the Windows Tab one. I hate it so much. Flew my drone last night and it came super close to a plane taking off when it. You're not supposed to be flying those near airports. The FAA will actually come after you. All right, be careful. But yeah, so my point is, do I want to keep this restricted to NES and SNES, or do I want to have it broad enough? It's just casual felonies, right? Do I want it broad enough where I can do like Game Boy stuff or Sega Genesis shit? I don't know. Because those, again, like those are tiled and paletted, right? The difference is the number of colors, the image format, the CHR format, essentially, and maybe dimensions. Everything else would be the same. Living in the suburb outside the city of an international airport. Yeah, so that doesn't mean it's not a felony. Don't be the person that has a nationwide news article associated with you, right? Don't be that person. Yeah, if you're in the airport, you may well be in the no-fly corridor. Yeah. Yeah, airports have some strict regulations around them regarding their airspace. If you've got a drone, it is up to you to be aware of this stuff. And yeah, he's right. It's a felony. So you need to be aware of it, Luke. The feds will come after you if they find you violating. You don't want the feds coming after you for fucking anything. Yeah. Yeah, so you don't fuck around with that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they need to be strict. Yes. There was a guy that flew a drone over the fires in, what was it, LA or whatever? And one of the firefighting planes hit the drone. The plane, like, didn't crash. The plane landed, but it needed, like repair. Like, it was no longer airworthy after that collision. That guy got some pretty hefty fines. Maybe even some jail time. I don't know. LA fires, drone, collision. Man agrees to plead guilty in drone collision with Super Scooper over the Palisades fire. Yeah, don't fuck with this stuff. God, so much fucking... I give up. Yeah, 56-year-old. Pleaded guilty to one count of unsafe operation of an unmanned aircraft, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Aikman launched the drone on January 9th, 2 days after the start of the fires, from the 3rd Street, from a parking structure in Santa Monica to survey the damage from the fire, but lost sight of the drone. But I said, adding, there was no evidence to indicate he intended to strike the firefighting aircraft. Yeah, so he didn't do it on purpose. Aikman made a first court appearance on Friday and will enter a formal plea at a later date. He was released on a $15,000 bond and barred from possessing or flying a drone. Yeah, pled guilty to a felony, and they gave him a deal. Right. Yeah. Repairs amounting to about $65,000. 65 grand. I'm going to go out on a limb, Luke, and say you don't have 65 grand in the bank. I'm just going to go out on a limb. So, don't get the feds mad at you. All right. Flying a drone in a firefighting operations zone. Oh, man. It's a federal crime punishable by 12 months in prison and or a fine of $75,000. FAA treats these violations seriously and immediately considers swift enforcement action for these offenses. The FAA has not authorized anyone unaffiliated with the Los Angeles firefighting operations to fly drones in the temporary flight restrictions. So this one is all in the firefighting areas. But around airports, that's not temporary flight restrictions. That's flight restrictions. The dude with the drone, the crashes at the fire plant did not have a good time. Okay, he pled guilty to a felony and they gave him a deal. They even talk about the geofencing not being adequate. Yeah, because at the end of the day, legally it's on you to check the zone you're in and fly line of sight. Exactly, yes. Yeah. Oh, but my drone let me. It's like, I don't care if your drone lets you. Just because you can doesn't mean you're allowed to. Like, you're the one that needs to know your allowed fly zones. You know? Yeah. So be careful with the drones. Don't accidentally, casually commit a felony. That's why they were discontinuing the geofence because of AS saying, hey, let me fly, it must be okay. Yeah. Google View will tell you the other zones. Yeah, there is software out there to help you find this stuff. And I'm no pilot or anything like that, or drone operator. But this stuff is readily available. The fly zones around airports and all that kind of shit. Yeah, now imagine your drone hits a commercial flight. Yeah. Still manslaughter. Still manslaughter if people die. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be responsible for a plane falling out of the sky. You do not want to be responsible for a plane falling out of the sky. Or even responsible for the possibility of that happening. Oh yeah, if you cause fatalities with that, you're done. You're not getting out of that. Yeah, yeah. Don't let a little fuck up ruin your life. Yeah. Don't let an oopsie ruin your life. Be careful. You gotta be careful with these things. Oh. Anyway, Yeah, still check if the zone goes to 300 meters, right? Be careful mixing meters and feet, Chris. Boom. Bus data transfer between registers. Ooh. Ooh, hold up, on breadboard stuff? Fuck yeah. Didn't make a mistake. Okay. Flight corridors are fixed and very strict. Yes. Yeah. Very, very strict. On the homebrewed 16-bit computer. Nice. Yeah, there's a reason planes are the safest mode of transport. Yeah. Yeah, because decades ago, when commercial aviation was really just starting out, planes were kind of falling out of the sky sometimes, right? I mean, it was still safer than like driving, but it was a decently high enough percentage. Like it was like more than one a year kind of thing, right? Like a few times a year, a plane would fall out of the sky. And the U.S. government was like, "Hey, no one's gonna fucking fly if 3 planes every year are guaranteed to come out of the sky, to fall out of the sky. We need to make sure that doesn't happen." So from then, every single crash was investigated thoroughly. Right? Every single crash was thoroughly investigated, and if a problem was found, it was fucking fixed. Legally, yeah, legally, not technically, yeah. Technically, yeah. Legally, you're meant to have visual sight. No. Yeah, when dealing with the FAA, you want legally, not technically. Well, technically, FAA don't give a shit. I prefer my free-range, homegrown Airbus over my industrially farmed Boeing. Fucking free-range Airbus. Get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, that is assuming it does fucking exist in 2 weeks. Anyway, but yeah, so the reason that I haven't pushed this up to GitHub yet is because I don't know if I want to call it the SNES image or like retro image or whatever the hell. It's the only reason I haven't pushed it up to GitHub yet. Non-image SNES stuff or multi-system image stuff. Not sure which makes more sense either. Right. And even if it was multi-system stuff, so the other parts of this that I would have, right, would be like ROM utility type things, right? Retro image does carry less lawyer threats. Yeah, fucking Nintendo, right? But yeah, so different systems have different ROM formats, presumably, right? Like the NES has iNES and NES 2.0. SNES has just a fucking like ROM dump essentially, right? From what I understand, the header is embedded somewhere in there. So presumably, I'd be able to. Well, I mean, that'd be system specific though, right? So sometimes going to have headers even beyond what the ROM itself normally has. Oh, okay. Even better, yeah. It's easy to argue your stuff isn't infringement when the variables aren't named game system. Game system we're cracking, right? Airbus, we need some kind of plane to transport wings between our plants. So what should we do? Thanks for a bit. Hold on. We make planes. We could just build a plane to move our plane parts. Yeah, I heard they like planes. So I put a plane inside your plane so you can plane while you plane. I hate the fact that like you're not wrong. I hate that. You're right, and I hate it. That's how a beluga was born. Anyway, I'm not sure I'm gonna get much more done tonight. Well, I went to grab a snack and it's fucking empty. The defendant posted on hacking forums under the name Rom Cracker 36. Oops. Now, how do you move the parts for the plane carrier plane? Do you build a plane carrier plane carrier plane? Plane Inception. The Anatov. Oh, was that? Hang on. Yeah, that was in Ukraine, right? Right. This guy. This thing. The largest plane ever built. Really? Look at that wing sag. Oh my god. That's a big goddamn plane. Yeah, yep, okay, yep. It's a weird looking plane. I mean, it was built for a specific purpose, right? Oh, it's the Russian version of the shuttle carrier. I don't know why I didn't think it was. Oh my god. Yeah, because there's also this guy, which is the NASA version, which is just a fucking Boeing probably with attachments on it and reinforced or whatnot. But this guy is purpose built. It's a big motherfucking plane. But this is Turkey version better. Look at this. What the shit? The cockpit tips up pretty well. Actually, no. I think that's the cockpit right there. So I guess the cockpit doesn't tip. The what? Oh, that thing. This uses the ground effect thing, right? So this only flies like a few meters above the ground or water, I guess, right? What the hell is that? It's just some Soviet scientist was taking some shit. All right. So some Soviet engineer was on some strong shit. That's the hell Nobia's plane ever. Yeah. So basically, this plane flies really, really close to the water surface, and really goddamn fast. Right. And it uses the ground effect for lift. So it can't actually get much higher off the ground than, let's say, propulsion, 8 fucking turbojets. Jesus. Speed, 297 knots. 550 kilometers an hour, 342 miles an hour. Range, 1,000 nautical miles. Where's the service ceiling on this? I don't see that anywhere. If flew using lift generated by the ground effect acting on its large wings, when within about 4 meters or 13 feet above the surface of the water. I thought it might look similar to traditional aircraft. Ekranoplanes. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Like the Lun are not classified as aircraft, seaplanes, hovercraft, or hydrofoils. Rather, the craft, like the Lun class, whatever, is classified as a maritime ship. Due to their use of the ground effect, which the craft glides just above the surface of the water. Ekranoplanes. Yeah. 4 meters at 550 kilometers an hour. That's not a lot of anything, yeah. 4 meters, 13 feet. It's a little close. Good stuff, yeah. Soviet engineer was on the good stuff. It's Kerbal, yeah. In service to the 90s. 87 to the 90s, yeah. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, I think when the U.S. like first saw satellite images of this, I was like, what the fuck is this? Excuse? This isn't a plane, huh? Why are there so many engines? Are they done building it yet? What the fuck? I was gonna show that it was more like a flying ship than a plane, but apparently it would have been a joke. Apparently, yeah. It's just, yeah. It's a boat that kind of hovers. Nope, that's his name. That's just it. The most cost-effective countermeasure is a ramp. Just countermeasure is just a little wave. Just get some waves going, and then you're fucked. You cannot go through any storms. Some seabirds. Yeah, some birds. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, I think one of the reasons for its design like this was how much it could carry. Capacity, 100 tons. Is that a lot? I don't know. Yeah, in relation to planes, I don't know. Wait, what the? Hold on. Whoa. What? Oh, it's towed out. Okay. Towed out of the naval base in there. The intention of being eventually put on a public display. Oh. What the hell is this? Azerbaijan? Maybe? Southernmost city of Russia. Alright, well. Theme park. Combination museum and theme park. What? Huh? Okay. Does it even land or take off? Well, so lands and takes off on the water, I'd assume, right? You have to force me on that thing at gunpoint. A 777 freighter does 102. Yeah, amphibious. Yeah. So it'd land on the water. Land design had several drawbacks. One was that although the ground effect enabled it to fly at low altitude, in order to utilize the effect, it had to fly as low as... In order to utilize the effect, it had to fly as low as 1.5 meters to 3 meters. 5 to 10 feet over the water due to its short wingspan. So it could not fly when seas were even mildly rough. The penguin. Another was the craft was only designed to use the ground effect principle, so it could not ascend to higher cruising altitudes. The requirement for calm seas to operate and the inability to fly above them if they were not greatly limited where it was able to deploy. Basically a giant lake over there. Yeah. That makes sense, I guess. Oh. Unused in the sea. Way up there. Caspian Sea. Take it out with a wave. Yeah, take it out with a wave. 10-foot wave and you're done. Anyway. I think there's a few videos on YouTube about these things. Like, I think Mega Projects has one on this. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up. I'm getting tired. I got a bunch done tonight, which is cool. Who to hit it? Just detonate something big in the ocean in front of its general direction. Yeah, right? Yeah, I think it'll be a fucking terror to ride in, I think. Oh. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone else live. We're gonna raid somebody, I think. How to defeat a Loch Ness monster? Yeah, Nessie. All right, let's see who is doing something that we can go say hi to. But yeah, so I should be back on Sunday doing something. Maybe more of this, maybe something else. I don't know. I do need to get back to Tetris stuff. They will still be on. Are they? I'm following them, right? Check my files real quick. Oh, they are on. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hang on. If I don't find anyone else, I'll go there. How about that? 99,000 U.S. gallons. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of fuel. Hmm. Yeah, we'll just go there. That's fine. Anyway, come with me to say hi. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. Doing something, not sure what yet, but I don't know, something. I will see you then, I guess. Bye-bye.